At the heart of everything we're doing in this course is AIDA marketing. So we're going to need a grounding in AIDA marketing. We're going to need to understand that the buyer goes from attention to interest to desire and then to action as they move through our online marketing funnel. And once we grasp that, then the email marketing will make sense because you're going to have the context that you need to understand when and how to use email marketing. And some of the other things that you're probably going to need to learn as well to really get the best out of an AIDA marketing funnel. So before we go any further, let's just discuss persuasion versus fooling. Good marketing is about persuasion. Now, unfortunately, there is a brand of online marketing which is about fooling the person that's out there by getting them to part with money, by tricking them into buying. We will not find any of that in this course. You will not come across any of that. All this is about is a genuine transaction between you and the buyer and helping the buyer make that journey with you to that point of purchase or to the action that you actually want them to take. So this is persuasion marketing. This is not trying to fool people. So let's just give you an introduction to AIDA marketing. The first step we're going to look at as we go through it is the attention phase. As we see them moving down the AIDA marketing funnel, we're going to see a potential prospect getting warmer. So for the purpose of this course, we need to give you an overview so you can understand the basics and how it works. Here we are at the attention phase. This is typically the social media marketing phase. Now, usually when we come across someone with social media marketing content, they're quite cold. They don't really know us a lot of the time. And social media marketing is where we get their attention. That might be some Facebook posts, that might be some posts in Google Plus or a tweet on Twitter, maybe some pictures on Instagram. There's lots of different ways we can get their attention, and typically social media marketing, social media platforms is where the attention phase happens. And then what we'll do is we'll move into the interest phase. Now, what we often do with the interest phase is we create what is called content marketing. So this is content that people are interested in. Now, there's a subset of content marketing called educational marketing. We'll talk about that later, but to keep it simple for now, just so we can get the basic concepts in place. Content marketing is pieces of content, maybe a blog or a video, maybe a podcast, something that is on a search engine somewhere that people can find. Or it's something we shared to our social media following and they now can access that content marketing. So this tends to be articles, and we're going to show an example of this in a moment, but this tends to be articles or videos or something like that where people can find your stuff, usually driven from social media, and we're going to develop interest. Now, we're going to take them just from getting their attention, start to develop some interest in what we have to say or what we have to offer. And then we move to the desire phase. Now, typically this is newsletter marketing, which is what we're going to teach you in this course. And the desire phase is where someone is exposed to your offer. We've got their attention on social media marketing. We showed them a little post. We then drew them back to some interest, some content marketing, maybe a video or a blog. And then we persuaded them to sign up to our newsletter. Now, once they're in our newsletter, now we can communicate with them on a regular basis and we can deepen the desire for our product. You see, when someone moves into the desire phase, that is where we develop desire. That isn't necessarily they have desire. They're probably still, in their mind, perceiving they're in the interest phase. But in the desire phase, we're really starting to deepen and communicate the value of our proposition and how it's going to solve their problems. And we typically do that with our newsletter. And then we're going to go into the action phase. So our newsletter will lead to an action. that we ask them to take typically is the purchase of a premium product or a premium service. As we mentioned, attention, interest, desire, action. You can see as they go down that sales and marketing funnel, you're going to see them warming up. You're going to see them coming in at social media marketing. They're going to move to interest. So you're going to start developing interest. And then they're going to make a bigger commitment to your newsletter. There we develop desire. And then we're going to lead them to our premium product. And it's really fascinating when you start understanding the AIDA marketing funnel and seeing that this is the buyer journey that people take. So think of the last time you bought something, for instance. You might have started at attention. Something got your attention and you thought that would be useful to have. Maybe it was an app on your iPhone or your iPad. Maybe it was something around the house, a device that saved time. Maybe it was a new food product. You thought that might look nice. Got your attention. And then after a little while, once it got your attention, you start to develop interest. You have a little bit of a deeper look. And once you've got interest, you move to the desire phase. Now you have a desire. Now we're starting to develop that real deep need for what you are being exposed to. And then once that's happened, they can take the action phase. Once you understand AIDA marketing, you're going to see it everywhere online. You're going to see it in adverts. And the biggest thing people make the mistake of is they go from attention to action, or they want to go from attention to desire, and they miss out a step. So when we build an online marketing strategy, we're going to follow this principle and make sure that we are mapping the buyer journey with our marketing, and we're matching their journey with our marketing. Now, the email marketing, this desire phase, this is the gold of online marketing. This is the most important part in the sense of you're getting someone's email address. So what you're doing here is you're actually building an asset, because we're going to talk about this a little bit more as we go along as well. They're actually giving you permission to market to them. And building your own list is really, really important. That's why this course is so important if you want to build your online marketing. So here's an example of an AIDA marketing funnel, a really simple, quick overview. So what I've done, I've got my attention content, I've placed that into a community which I run, which is for online video instructors. So I've got this community, and I've placed a post here pointing to a video. Now, if they can either watch the video here, or they can go through to YouTube and watch it. I'm just going to show it in YouTube so that it's a little bit easier. And what you're going to have up here is a call to action where you can go and get some free resources, which I've mentioned in the video. So if someone then clicks on this, we've took them from attention. Now we're developing interest in the video, and then we're pointing some desired content behind a newsletter sign up wall. So we're saying there's some free training in the video. We click through on this, and now we're in this particular case on my home page. And they can then click here to get the free training. I could link directly to the free training, but I've got a call to action which promises them lots of free stuff, so they can sign up to a newsletter, they can get my training, or they can join the OV community, and I can even point them to my premium training courses. So they click through onto this. To get access, they're going to have to enroll in course for free, and we'll note here that we've got a newsletter sign up required. As we go through the process, we always make sure we're communicating that this is a newsletter sign up. So that's just a really simple sign up. As you can see, simple call for action, enroll in course for free. And once they do that, we have their email address. And then during the course itself, while they're taking the course, I will promote my premium content. And also, obviously, there will be a special offer in my newsletter that they've signed up to that you will see later is in all of my emails in the footer of the email, so that people can access my premium courses at a discounted rate. So that's a really, really simple AIDA marketing funnel.